Imbalances in your fourth chakra may predispose you to chronic illness later in life. Things like asthma, bronchitis, postnasal drip, sinusitis, which can all be manifestations of unresolved grief. The underlying emotion may stem back to childhood. Perhaps in grade school, you might have been becoming a little social being and creating relationships, and some of those don't work out. You might have encountered the mean girls in grade school who broke your heart, or perhaps your grandparents died, giving you your first real experience of grief. In this video, we're going to use EFT tapping combined with color breathing, therapeutic shaking, and self-hypnosis and visualization to release some of those trapped emotions from your heart chakra. We're going to start with starting with the setup phrase by finding with your thumbs on the collarbones, and then work your way down onto the ribs, and in between the ribs and the intercostal muscles, you'll find an achy spot. Just pick whichever side aches the most, and then just say the setup phrase, which is, even though I have grief trapped in my fourth chakra, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have grief trapped in my fourth chakra, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have grief trapped in my fourth chakra, I deeply and completely accept myself. I'll take a deep breath into your favorite healing color and breathe out any kind of color you associate with grief. Then we're going to start tapping the second, third finger on the eyebrow point, and just tap 5 or 6 times along to say the phrase, which is grief trapped in my fourth chakra. Side of your eye, grief trapped in my fourth chakra. Under your eye, grief trapped in my fourth chakra. Under your nose, grief trapped in my fourth chakra. On your chin, grief trapped in my fourth chakra. On the collarbone bump, I often switch to the other side, it's easier. Grief trapped in my fourth chakra. Under your arms, grief trapped in my fourth chakra. And below your breast, grief trapped in my fourth chakra. The lowest ribs you can find, and then top of your head, grief trapped in my fourth chakra. And deep breath in and out. Favorite color in, grief color out. That was the desensitized step. Just repeating it over and over again takes the edge off it. And then we'll switch to the awfulized step and go deeper into the experience and the symptoms themselves. So start with grief trapped in my fourth chakra. And inside your eye, it may cause an imbalance of the metal element in Chinese medicine, and lung is the organ of grief. So I might get bronchitis and asthma as a result. It also may cause inner crying, according to Louise Hay. And that may cause sinusitis from the tears collecting in the sinuses and running down the back of your throat, causing postnasal drip. Either way, you can get an annoying cough under your arm, which you can try to suppress with over-the-counter medications or antibiotics. But if the grief is unresolved, the symptoms may not go away for a long time. Deep breath in and out. We're going to switch to the neutralized step. Go back to the other side again. And we're going to go back and forth, positive, negative. It'll get a little crazy. Just play along with it. Grief trapped in my fourth chakra. Side of your eye. It's gone. I'm healed. Under your eye. Not so fast. It can't be that easy. Under your nose. But what if it was? Then I can take the edge off at the beginning. Chin, I would need proof that tapping actually works. Collarbone, if it does work, I would tap on all my past losses. On your arm, but I'm afraid they'll be stuck there forever. Well, you rest. What if I could let it all go? Top of your head, I'm curious to see how quickly I can heal. Deep breath in and out. Switch hands. I want emotional freedom now. This is where it all becomes a positive focus. Side of your eye, I'm letting go of the grief. I'm grateful for the experience I had with the being that I lost, either a relative, a friend, or a pet. I'm holding on to the positive memories. My lungs are clearing. My sinuses are clearing. Bringing my heart chakra back into balance. I can tune into the green healing color, which is why I wore a green shirt today. Top your head, and I'm going to have fun and be grateful for all these experiences. Deep breath in and out. Just keep breathing in and out. Favorite color going in, grief color going out. And as you feel your favorite color flowing through your whole body, have it go down your arms, out your fingers. And shake your fingers down by your side. Let the favorite color go down your legs, into your toes, wiggle your toes, stomp your feet, like you're hitting the reset button on your body. After you've shaken out whatever you need to shake out, let yourself settle down. Do a little scan of your body, looking for any place where the grief might still be stuck. And then breathe some of your favorite color down into that area and flush it down into the ground. Now go to your favorite healing spot out in nature, someplace you go on vacation for a minute or so. Use all your senses to establish your presence there, and then look down onto the ground, looking for a healing object you can pick up in your hand. Pick up the first random object you see, hold it in your hand, release all the remaining grief into that object, and take any of the symptoms out of your body as well. And then release it back to the earth. Mother Earth can turn it into compost for you, like a recycling tool. Then you can invite either a healing spirit guide or the deceased being who you lost to come and visit you now. Take the first one who volunteers and ask for some words of wisdom about healing grief. And once you've gotten some advice from that being, you can go on a time travel journey back into time. Let's go back to a fond memory you have with the being that you lost, either a pet or a relative or a friend. So go back and tune in to a really positive peak experience with that being. And think of a color you'd associate with that feeling. And put that color in a picture frame around that image and breathe that color into your body wherever it needs to go. Then you get to be a Hollywood scriptwriter, moving forward in time back to the most recent experience you had of loss, and something you'd like to have a do-over for, and rewrite the script. In which case, if there's something you wish you had said but didn't get a chance to, now's the time to say it, or something you did say and wish you hadn't said, change the outcome to your satisfaction. How do you wish it had happened? Now we're going to project ourselves into the future where your grief is healed, your symptoms have resolved, and you can now see yourself in that future picture frame with the being that you lost there in spirit form as you promoted them to a spirit guide. And they'll be with you always to give you more words of wisdom. Now put a picture frame around that future scene and again, assign a color to it and breathe that color into your body. Put that picture up on the wall next to the one from the past so you know where you've been and where you're going. Then stretch and come on back, open your eyes. And we'll just do one more thing to get you back into that future frame of reference. 3-step self-hypnosis. Squeeze your thumb and finger tightly, create some tension in your arm. Open your eyes wide, and then take a deep breath and hold it. And then when you're ready, let your hand relax, close your eyes, blow the breath out, and go into that future picture scene with your spirit guide present with you. And then stretch and bring it all back. And then just tune in to any symptoms you had when you started out, any experiences of grief, and looking for, again, for feelings of gratitude now. And then if you want more videos, you can go to my YouTube page on my website, larryburk.com or letmagichappen.com. I've actually got specific recordings there for asthma and bronchitis, focused on loss of not a person dying, but actually a relationship loss or a house loss or a job loss. That's for the lung, and on that video, and then on the postnasal drip and sinusitis video, it's more focused on loss of a loved one. And then there are many other videos there pertaining to the other chakras. And so heal your heart and be grateful. Thanks.